In Cape Community Safety MEC Xolile Nqatha says police are questioning a person of interest in connection with the rape of 5 grade 12 pupils in Mqhekezweni village outside Mthatha on Tuesday. 2 balaclava clad suspects reportedly attacked the pupils in a house they were renting and robbed them of their cell phones. The provincial government has provided the pupils with psychological support and a place of safety to enable them to continue to write their exams. Chieftainess Nogcinile Mtirara and another woman were also gunned down in the village. Now, Nqatha says he is confident that those responsible for the crimes will soon be arrested. For the latest now, we cross to our reporter, SABC News reporter Fundiswa Mhlekude. She's monitoring developments for us. Fundiswa, good afternoon to you. What more can you tell us, firstly, about this person of interest that's being questioned?
Thank you very much, Ayanda. Well, Unati rather. We are at the great place right now where the incident of the shooting and killing of Umama Nogcinile Mtirara took place on Tuesday night. Well, the MEC yesterday, Mr. Xolile Nqatha, MEC for community safety, told us that there is a person of interest who has been arrested, or rather taken in for questioning in connection with the rape of the 5 learners at Mqhekezweni village. The learners are studying at a nearby school right where we are right now, and today the MEC of Education, Mr. Fundile Gade, visited the school, and he has just come out of that meeting right now where he held a meeting with the parents, the teachers, as well as the SGB of the school. But he had to come to the great place to pay a courtesy visit. Rather, MEC, what came out of that meeting?
Yes, thanks for the opportunity. It's quite a very much unfortunate one because we have been given a report that there are 8 kids that were part of the saga of the rape, but fortunately not all of them were affected directly, but 5 of them has been raped in the true sense of the word. But we had to find a way of relocating them out of the environment, identify a safer place for them to go to write the examinations. We have taken a decision that they must write examinations entirely in one of the hostels in Mthatha High School, so that we can be able to be sure of their state of psychological readiness in terms of the examinations. But my greatest concern was just beyond them about the kids that are left, because this is a crime-prone zone. Anything can happen at any given time. So you needed to also look at the blind spot for the ones that are left going to write examinations tomorrow for maths, for pure maths, but also look at the safety of the educators. Because I got a report there that in as much as this is one of the best performing schools in the district, because they are at 92% pass rate in grade 12. But they don't have morning classes, they can't have afternoon classes, they can't have the camps, they can't have even the evening classes. By 3 o'clock they must leave the area because of the safety that they are fearing, even to them as educators. So it's quite a complex matter that probably we were of the view that after today we'll have to meet with the top management of the sector to look very closely on how do we make sure that we provide an overrounding security to that school, so that you safeguard the ones that are going to conduct examinations there up until the last day of the examinations.
When you spoke to the parents, what did they say?
The parents are indicating quite clearly that they are not safe themselves first. Leave out that this is a day school kind of an arrangement where you have got kids that are coming out of various villages, even to Mqanduli, and some from Lusikisiki, by the way. Precisely because this is one of the heritage schools. You'll remember that Talonga was also being brought here as a kid at that time, the former state president. So it has got a history. Now we just needed to look into how best can we exercise our own role in safeguarding first the lives of those kids, but also making sure that as government entirely, how do we have an integrated approach into the crime that is prevalent in this area? Because last week on Saturday I was in PG, same area, where 5 were killed, and unfortunately kids, 2 of them are kids then that are going to be buried on this coming Saturday. So you needed a bit of an overarching strategy of government to deal precisely with some of the matters that are being raised by the communities.
MEC, it's not the first time, not the second time, and probably not the third time, not the last time either, of the rape and attack of school learners. The last time learners from that school were raped, they raised the issue of a hostel inside the school. Are you considering that?
We were caught our pens down, let me be honest with you. There was a serious debate of taking the school out of this village so that you don't compensate the criminals. But we then said no, taking a school of this magnitude into Holy Cross might be a problem in terms of the legacy of the institution itself, but also in terms of the heritage of the people of this area. But we then said it's going to be important that we closely monitor how are they going to perform, because at that time the king, the queen herself didn't agree with that on the basis of what I'm just saying to you now. And we had to pull ourselves out and look into what could be the best option, whether to build a hostel at that time or to relocate the school out of the area. But we have just realized that probably we are going to go back to the drawing board now, because one thing that you must never do is to succumb to the pressure of criminals and recklessly take decisions. For example, if you close that school on the basis of the criminal elements that are here, are you then saying the services of government must not be brought here? So you might be sending a very wrong message to the public in terms of how government protocol is being worked.
Thank you very much, MEC. Fundile Gade, MEC of Education here in the Eastern Cape, saying that they are considering whether to move the school to a certain area or to keep it here. They don't want to succumb to the pressure exerted by criminals in this area, but he considers that really crime is prevalent in this area and it affects the learners, the teachers, the SGB, everyone in the community of Bigi as well as Mqhekezweni. Unati.
Fundiswa, thank you so much for that. Of course, Fundiswa Mhlekude is coming to us there from Mqhekezweni in the Eastern Cape.